Hey there, this is American Mutt, independent, also a supporter of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and a member of the Holy Spirit of Humanity. I just got out of shower. Hypothetically, because I'm trying to understand why you Democrats would back Biden. So I want to do this hypothetically, so maybe I can understand. Now, first off, that area of the country, Gaza, who did it belong to before all this started? Okay, we can all agree it wasn't the country that is doing what they're doing. I'm trying to be cautious because I know certain words will get certain videos not allowed to be seen. So, hypothetically, and they're doing it because a group of their citizens were abducted, right? So they're taking revenge. Kind of like what we did 9/11 when, boom, went the trade. So, they took people illegally. I'll agree. Yeah, we need to make sure they're done for, right? Right? And this hypothetical. Now let's just say we'll just use America, okay? In America, there's innocent people just picked up off the street and found guilty and put in jail for 30 years. I know it never happens, right? Never in America. Now, if it did, technically, the U.S. government would have abducted and locked away an innocent person, which would be an act of pretty much what they're doing over there, right? Yeah, the guy's innocent, got locked away 30 years, and believe it or not, American jails are not as nice as you may think. Go figure. So he gets thrown in there, 30 years of his life's gone, gets out. Would you justify someone doing the same thing to this country for doing the same thing? I hope not. I kind of don't want to divide America because only American citizens get hurt. Not the wealthy, not the people that started. They all hide in their little mansions, in their little bomb shelters while they allow people like you and me to tear each other apart because we're barbaric, right? We want to throw poop at each other like the monkeys. So if America does pretty much the exact same thing as this other country in question, and I know America freaked out about that Venezuelan video on squatting, even though the country we're helping is literally squatting on another country. Somehow Americans don't see the ironicness of that. They weren't natural citizens of that country. They're entering the country and taking the homes. The homes don't belong to them. Don't worry, there won't be much left. Joe will hook them up. After all, a drone got through, so Joe's going to have to step it up, send a couple more $1 trillion to them. Don't worry, California, you're homeless. They don't need the food. Philadelphia, your drug addiction problem, you don't need the help. New York, don't you need more rats up there? Nah, that money's better off to go to another country to... Wait a minute. I thought America hated squatters. Okay, well, that money's going to another country so they can squat on someone else's land. Because I guess when they do it, it's all right. But if a Venezuelan citizen, a member of Central America. No, South America. Sorry. You think a second. Yeah, South. A member of the American colony, or continents, we'll put it that way. My brain got oversteamed in the shower. But someone that never came across an ocean, see, we went across the ocean to take them military hardware, so we're actually not part of it at all, but Joe Biden will make sure our nose is in it. If we don't defend them, we won't get from there. Wait a minute, we don't import anything from there, do we? Do we? And what really gets me, and this is what I want to know, Joe Biden, because I'm confused. Aren't they religious people? I do believe so. And can't they just ask their God to fix us? I'm not sure if, did their God leave? Jewish people, did your God leave? I mean, he can't stop us, or she, I don't know. My God has no gender, so I'm just trying to figure out your Jewish God. Couldn't solve us? Couldn't part the seas? Couldn't show you who the bad guys are? Really? Wow. Kind of a weak God, ain't it? Go figure. I mean, I understand that this country thinks that blowing up another country will help their people somehow. I don't know how. I mean, personally, I think the country's probably blowing a lot of money on a war machine that the people can't afford, but I don't live in that country. I have noticed that there is a little bit of poverty in that part of the world, meaning everywhere around there is poverty. But I don't follow cult-like religions, so apparently the Jewish people's God can't even help. No, they need the U.S. to give them weapons for some reason. That's the part I don't get either. Why do you need weapons? Just go to the wall and pray. No? I don't know. I always wondered why people did that unaliving in the name of religion. I mean, personally, it makes your God look like a heathen barbaric. You won't hear witches say they did it, unalive someone first. I mean, some of these witches, when they pull a branch off the tree, they ask for it, and then they also thank them, kind of like that movie Avatar. Guessing Avatar probably stole that from witches, but either way, it helped me to let you know. But we don't preach violence. To us, someone taking someone else's land would be no different than the way you Americans took this land. Was it yours before 1492? No. Was it even all yours after? No. But you had no problem taking it, right? Yeah. So and you hate immigrants, even though immigrants literally built this country. Okay. You want to clean the environment with the war machine. I'm sure that makes sense somehow. What else? Oh, that's right. We got to drive EVs so we can reduce carbon while you're shipping all this stuff overseas in airplanes that don't burn fuel? Does Biden have a special electric jet that he's flying? No? So you're burning fuel because us Americans and British and everybody else in the world is bad for burning fuel. Joe Biden, are you a hypocrite? I know you say gun violence is bad. That's why you send military hardware to other countries, because gun violence is bad. Yeah, I don't even get that one either. I mean, you literally are selling weapons, saying weapons are bad. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Weapons are bad if they're in Americans' hands, unless you're in the military, police, Secret Service, any of them. Okay. You're not allowed a gun if you're not Joe Biden's buddy, if you're not a politician, if you're not a corrupt cop, if you're not a corrupt if you don't belong to the government, then you're not allowed to have a gun, right? That's the Joe Biden plan. Because, see, government Americans are better than you, and they're different than you. That's why. I always thought that all humans created equal meant we were equal. Thank you, Joe Biden. I mean, personally, you think Ukrainian soldiers are more above us. You think Israel's soldiers are more above us because you'll send them a ton of weapons. But damn it, in America, you own a gun, you're going to go blow everybody up with it. Right, Biden? All the shootings in America don't add up to one bomb that you guys have dropped. But I realize we're the violent ones. I've never dropped a bomb on someone. Sorry. Actually, I've never hurt someone with a weapon. I guess I'm not that person. Think about it, people. When your government tells you they're going to protect the planet and they want to send soldiers to war. When they tell you they're protecting the environment while they're literally destroying land and digging up land to build their EV monstrosities. They're not getting built from recycled metal. It's brand new. They want to create more power plants, which takes more metal, more raw materials, instead of reducing people's dependency on the electric grid. They want you online and doing social media and all these things that absorb so... You know how big of computers they need to keep places like Facebook, the X, and all that stuff up and running? It takes a lot of power. Matter of fact, I think I read somewhere that the power that Facebook, Google, and who was the other one? Bitcoin, I think it was, uses, it's the equivalent to the power outlet of Africa. The whole continent, okay? And there's quite a few countries in Africa. Don't worry, they don't have electricity. We're more worried about sending weapons to Ukraine. I mean, we could send millions to Africa and build them power stations and proper pumping stations so they could get good water. But no, I'd rather give it to Ukraine and give it to Israel. After all, they know how to clean the environment with bombs. Yeah, I'm not the one doing this, okay? I'm just saying how it's done. It's insane to me. Personally, I think blowing up stuff's probably bad for the environment. That's my opinion. But I'm not a college grad. And I'm not a genius politician. You know, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's one of them smart ones. AOC, that went from poor to wealthy beyond belief just by becoming a politician. That is smart. Wonder what stock she has in different companies like Boeing. Who's going to make a nice killing? Sorry, the wrong way I said. A nice acquisition of taxpayers' money so that they can build a war machine for your Democrats to clean the planet. Yeah. I'm glad we don't have to ask the Palestinians, though, how they identify, right, Biden? You don't care, do you, Biden? Not one bit. Maybe they identify as wanting to live. Fuck it. Send them more. Send them more, Biden. We could be helping people in Mexico cleaning up their water and also getting proper sewage and helping them get rid of the cartel. Then they won't want to come to the United States. Matter of fact, U.S. citizens would probably travel there in tourism beyond belief. We used to in the 80s. But then that would make sense. We need to send it to Ukraine. We need to send it to Israel. Not the countries that need it. Not the countries that have massive drug problems. Not the countries that are about to be sold out just because of raw materials, because you need your lithium. And Bolivia is about to become a huge lithium mine. Don't worry. They're going to kick the people out. They're already planning on poisoning the water because you Democrats think lithium mining is earth-friendly. It's not. It's actually really, really horrible for the environment. So give more carbon credits to Elon for damaging the environment more. You can't make this shit up. If you want to wake up, if you want to be intelligent, if you don't want to be mentally challenged, you can come visit us in the Independence. We'll open up your eyes. Don't bring the hate. Don't bring all the garbage. Don't bring gender. Don't bring race. Don't bring sex. Any of that. We don't need that crap. We need solutions to get us out of this crap. And after we all fix the world and get rid of slavery, got to do that. You can't have heaven if slavery exists. Get rid of the slavery. Then we can argue over gender and sex and all that crap. Deal? I mean, if you're going to have an argument about the different groups existing, shouldn't we have a planet to exist on? I'm just weird independent. And, I mean, to me, it makes sense. I mean, I know animals, personally, won't poop in their home. They prefer not to soil their home. But humans aren't that way. We'll drop a big old load of poop right on any building. Maybe animals are smarter than humans. Kind of seeming that way. Come join us in the independence. Leave the hate at the door and bring the willing to understand that we are all just humans. Sorry. Be safe, be strong, be free. And you're never alone.